What's up? It's Alexander Madison, running back from the Minnesota Vikings, and you're watching Clock Management.
Knocked down. Oh, he caught it! Oh, unbelievable! This is amazing. So you played in the NFL. What's longer, a half or 5/8? Or
5/8 is a little longer there, Joe. Your team is now on the clock. Hey guys, it's April 3rd, 2020. I'm your host, Justin, and as always, I'm joined by Perry.
What up, Justin? And I noticed you're at a keyboard right now.
Yes, generally.
That's funny because you're just my type.
Nice.
So I just keep them coming. Keep them coming.
I see you've been making good use of your time with this isolation.
Yeah, I've been very cozy and looking up pickup lines for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's working out very well.
Yeah, I find my work finally started to
participate.
Yeah, with the rest of the country.
Yeah.
So they sent me home yesterday, and they sent everyone home yesterday, and I'm not working again for 4 more days. So.
Well,
we'll
time
see.
to play some video games.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. And Netflix, I'm excited. Catch up on some Netflix. I got a bunch of comic books. I'm like,
Tiger King.
Okay, I've heard from a few other people now, Perry, that it is amazing, and I will be watching it.
It's
today.
Amazing.
I'll be putting it on today.
It's hard for me to tell you how good it is without like spoilers, so I'm gonna refrain. But it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
So yeah, we gotta chat after you've seen it.
Yeah, last night I caught up on so I was 2 seasons behind on Stranger Things. I'm caught up now.
Okay.
So I'm starting to become like a normal human being, except I still have not watched Game of Thrones, and I'm not going to. So that will just forever be a thing.
You would really like Game of Thrones.
I just couldn't get into it. I tried.
How many episodes did you watch?
3.
Oh my gosh.
They're hour-long episodes. If you can't get interesting in 3 hours, that's a full-length movie.
So the rest of the world is like, Game of Thrones is amazing except the end. And you're like, it's terrible, but the rest of the world is crazy?
Yes. The rest of the world is always crazy, Perry. You should know this by now.
I have no idea what you're talking
about. But anyway, we're going to be talking about some football here, guys.
That doesn't sound like us.
We're going to be doing a mock draft, a 12-man PPR mock draft here in a little bit. I'll be throwing that in here after we cover our news and news no one cares about. So you want to take us through some NFL news, Perry?
Oh, boy. And we have a ton of... Never mind. It's just normal. It's not very much news, honestly. It's kind of surprising. There are a few key free agents that still have not landed yet. So, but we did have a one big signing this morning, very early this morning. Sammy Watkins agrees to a 1-year deal to remain with the Chiefs. It is $9 million with up to $16 million in incentives.
Which is weird because he said he wasn't going to play this season if they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, and then somebody's like, "We'll give you $9 million," and he's like, "I'll play." So, I don't know. Is Sammy Watkins fantasy relevant? I just don't know. It's like the hardest thing to figure out because he'll go out and have 7 touchdowns in a game or something crazy like that, and then he's bad for the rest of the season.
I mean, yeah, he's fantasy relevant if you pick the 1 week that he explodes on, and then he'll vanish and destroy your team the rest of the time. So, I mean, it's like if you could figure out when he's going to blow, if there's some sort of Rain Man type person out there who knows the calculations to figure this out, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm not drafting Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, I think that's how I feel. If I miss the boat on Sammy Watkins, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with missing the boat on Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, I think Sammy Watkins missed the boat on Sammy Watkins as well.
So I'm pretty sure that he's going to be... Is he going to be the second or the third wide receiver? That's kind of the big question here. We all know Tyreek Hill's the number 1 wide receiver, but is it Mecole Hardman or is it Sammy Watkins for the number 2 spot?
Which week?
Right.
Because both those guys are kind of that same type where they're the boom or bust. But I'd rather have Mecole Hardman than Sammy
Okay, so
Watkins.
that was going to be my question: is are you taking Mecole or are you taking Sammy? And I'm definitely taking Mecole. Okay, so that answers that. Tua Tagovailoa, you want to try?
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
closer. Okay, Tua Tagovailoa had a recheck on his medical status, and the results were overwhelmingly positive. That's great news for whoever takes him. I think it might be bad news for Miami because somebody might take him before they get to Miami's pick, and I think Miami's probably banking on picking Tua right now. That could mean that Tua starts earlier this season than you and I both thought.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for this. I don't think he comes in immediately, but I think he could become fantasy relevant in the second half of this fantasy season. So,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He could be fantasy relevant. I think that in 2 quarterback leagues, Tua is moving up quite far now on my ranking. So uh, that's good to hear. I'm glad that he's healthy. I hate seeing like guys with really great potential just be riddled with injury and their careers ruined because of it. So um, Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles were both told that the job is theirs to win. So it will be a quarterback competition in Chicago.
you beat me to it.
News that you care about. I do think that this is news to care about fantasy wise because I think Nick Foles is probably an upgrade to all the other fantasy players on that team.
And it's going to matter for yeah, exactly, for the other components of the team more so than the quarterbacks themselves. Unless you're in a 2 quarterback league, then I mean this matters. But if you're in a 1 quarterback league, you're not drafting either one of these quarterbacks. So
Right. I even in a 2 quarterback league, I really don't want to be stuck in the position to have to take one of these guys. So
no, I wouldn't be happy about having that situation, but I would like I might have one of them as my 3rd quarterback in a 2 quarterback league.
sure. Okay. I could live with that. Okay, so moving on, I got one more piece here. Julian Edelman, they're currently shopping him as the news. And the current team that is at the top of the list right now is the Lions.
Yeah.
Uh,
Matt Patricia just stocking up on Patriots over there.
I guess so. I don't know. Julian Edelman for me, without Tom Brady, becomes pretty fantasy irrelevant in my eyes. I understand that he's always been like right at that like cusp of wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. But I think those days are over, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, he's been at that cusp with the greatest quarterback of all time throwing him the ball, and now he doesn't
and
have
somebody
that.
and somebody that he had like really really good rapport with.
Yeah.
Really good rapport with. So personally, I will be avoiding Julian Edelman at all costs. So
how much do you think Julian Edelman's trying to talk them into trading him to Tampa Bay?
Probably quite a bit. I think Julian Edelman should retire, to be completely honest with you, but maybe the guy still needs the money. What do I know?
Yeah, or I mean, he probably just a lot of these guys they have a hard time believing when it's over that it's over. He's like, I still got it, and
yeah,
no, sometimes you just got to know when to call it quits. I mean, hopefully he proves us both wrong and has a great season. I mean, unless I'm playing against him that week, just do bad that week.
Right. Yeah, that's actually all the news I really wanted to talk about. Like I said, there's just not a lot going on right now. So we're just kind of waiting to hear if we're going to have a preseason, I guess. So
yeah, which that'll be definitely determine some fantasy relevance. Like when we do our drafts, we did our draft already, so it's coming after this. So I talked about it, like some of these players that I like to draft super late. It's like I'm taking high risk on, and I don't pick up a kicker defense, so that way I can see how it turns out in the preseason. And without that preseason, that's going to make that a lot harder. But
yeah, sure,
we'll adjust accordingly. That's what fantasy football is all about, is adjusting to situations.
Yeah.
But I'll get into some news no one cares about. First of all, Eli Apple agreed to terms with the Raiders a few weeks ago, and now they no longer agree to the terms of the contract, and he is still a free agent. How funny is it? Like, the Raiders just cannot catch a break in my eyes. Like, I don't think Eli Apple's as good as the contract they were giving him, but like, still, like, they had the situation with AB.
It's the same as like Cincinnati and as Cleveland to an extent, right? Teams that are ran poorly, poor things happen to them. I mean, that's just a fact. There's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I saw him like, man, I couldn't help but laugh when I read it. I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a professional organization. Get your crap together.
Yeah, professional. Yeah, that's what I would call John Gruden.
Next piece of news no one cares about. Tom Brady rents Derek Jeter's house in Tampa. I say house, but it's more of a small city in its own. It's huge. I just saw a picture of it. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what I'd do with a house that size.
It'd make the Mall of America like blush.
Yeah, I'm like, I could, like, all my friends could live there. All my family, just like on separate wings.
You have friends?
I have a couple. They're basically just our listeners. All of them could live there.
All right. What else? What other news do you not care about?
The Bills GM came out, gave a statement saying that the Patriots are still the team to beat in the AFC East. And
I mean, I guess I can see where he's coming from, right?
Yeah, I think this is just years of being beat by the Patriots. Like, he doesn't care how bad they are. To him, they're still the team to beat.
They are. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I see where he's coming from. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they do still have a great defense, and they still have an amazing coach there that's going to find ways to win. So I think until they show that they are not the team to beat, in his head, they're still the team to beat. But I mean, it's just funny to me he says that, because how do you think the other teams in the AFC East, they're like, hey, what the heck, man?
Yeah. I don't think the Patriots are the best team in the East. I think that's probably the Bills. Quite easily, the Bills. So, but yeah. Okay. What else?
All right, so the Bears are having a quarterback competition between Nick Foles and Trubisky. But that's just the first half of this. There's a second half. There's another quarterback competition going on. Tampa Bay signs Blaine Gabbert.
Why you gotta do him like that, dude? Why you gotta do him like that?
I think the Jaguars and Blaine Gabbert and Tom Brady all did him like that.
It's nasty.
Yeah, there's plenty of people doing him like that. He got into this situation for good cause, I would say. But I think he's actually a good backup for Tom Brady. Like, similar playing style, though Tom Brady is much better at it. But like it's not like a completely different offense once he comes into play.
So when you say a good backup for Tom Brady, you mean somebody that will eventually be traded and then be kind of irrelevant?
Yeah, so he'll come in for a play and throw a touchdown, and then he's going to get traded, and they're going to get a first-round pick for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, that's all the news no one cares about.
Right on. Well, we have a mock draft. Justin and I actually just did it, right? We're doing this out of order today, but it was a great draft. Pretty eye-opening. Some interesting picks happening there. Definitely can tell that the NFL draft has not happened yet. Can definitely tell that there are some free agent pieces that still need to fall. But I mean, I learned a fair amount. It was a good draft, Justin.
Yeah, I love it. You get to see kind of where people are going in the draft and like start getting an idea of how you could prepare for your draft. So I think we gave some good information during it too. So I hope you guys get something out of it. And yeah, here
Yeah,
it is.
enjoy. Yeah, record it, baby. Record it.
Record it all.
Record it, baby. Get it in here.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to start this mock draft off here. It's exciting. I mean, kind of our first one of the year, but we had a failed attempt at this. So,
Yeah. I believe Justin was just intimidated by my team and he wanted to restart. He came up with this huge elaborate thing that, oh, the audio didn't record, but it was more of like, geez, look at Perry's team. I don't want to appear this way.
I just enjoyed doing that with you, Perry. And I was like, how can I get him to do this again?
Wow, way to turn my funny negative joke into just me being a jerk and you being a little sweetheart.
I did my best. We got 2 random people in this one as well.
Yes, we
that
do.
Just happened to join. We try and do these on Fantasy Pros, but for some reason they like to be jerks and not leave them up. Their mock drafts up all year round.
Yeah, we want to get on their good side, so we call them jerks.
Yeah, I'm trying to pressure them into doing the right thing.
Right.
I've tried being nice. I mean, I don't know when, but I'm sure I have. All right, I don't even know what pick I have because I wasn't paying attention. I got pick 5. Okay, so we got a guy who has pick 1. He'll go first, obviously, and then I go next with pick 5 with these auto draft. Oh no, the guy has pick 2 as well. So pick 1 and 2 are actual people, and then I'll go with pick 5. The middle picks seem to be those are always like the most difficult for me.
Yeah. I sure hope that this guy doesn't take his full 3 minutes per pick.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're never gonna get through this.
Oh no, it's not a 3 minute per pick. This just the countdown. Yeah.
Oof.
The countdown, because we had the countdown to the countdown, and now this the countdown.
Yeah, because you know me, John. I am not a patient person.
Oh no, me and you are both pretty quick drafters.
Mm-hmm.
I know in our league it gets our turn, and we already know who we want by the time it gets to us.
Yeah.
But several other people in our league will take their entire time to make that pick.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just being like a draft elitist when I say this, but it drives me nuts when people are like, they'll sit there for probably 30, 40 seconds before they say anything on their pick, which is fine, right? They're thinking. I'm okay with that part. But then they'll be like, I'll take Alvin Kamara. And it's like, Alvin Kamara went off the board 4 picks ago.
Sometimes I do that just to mess with you, but then I'll immediately do my pick because I already know who I want.
Man. And it works too.
Yeah.
It works. You trying to mess, it works. I'm sufficiently messed with. Terrible.
Like, is CMC off the board yet, guys? Dude, it's
like
the 5th round. Oh, so he's gone? Okay.
So he's not available, right? Is that what I'm...
Oh, that'll make this a lot easier then.
Yeah. Ocho Cinco.
We got 20 seconds before this thing starts. I should probably start looking, see who I'm gonna get. I mean, I it's between 2 players for me, so depending on which one comes.
Yeah, when we did this yesterday, I had the 4th pick, and Michael Thomas fell to me in a PPR league. This one is actually a standard league, Justin. Keep that in mind. Oh. So it may draft a little differently.
Yeah, I see that. I just had to turn the sound off too because it had some intense music.
So the first pick, which is an actual drafter, not an auto draft, took Christian McCaffrey, which probably would have done the same if it was an auto drafter. So
yeah,
to be expected. The second pick is also an actual person. They have no idea that we're recording this.
Congratulations, you guys are now famous.
Yeah, because we have that power. All right. So the second pick was Ezekiel Elliott. Third pick, Michael Thomas. Fourth pick, Saquon Barkley. It is to you, Justin.
It's so weird to me that Michael Thomas went off in the standard draft with the auto picks before he did in the PPR one. But it is now to me. I'm going to be taking Dalvin Cook here. He is, if Michael Thomas fell, is taking him. I love Dalvin Cook. My only fear with him is his injury risk, so I will probably be taking his handcuff later in this draft.
All right. After Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara goes off the board. Devontae Freeman goes off the board. Devontae Adams goes off the board.
I'm like, Freeman? Oh, my God.
And I'm left here with a lot of wide receivers. DeAndre Hopkins, currently the highest ranked wide receiver, currently highest ranked player on the board available. I'm not all that interested in DeAndre Hopkins, not this early at least. I don't know if I want to go wide receiver early here. So I think I'm actually gonna go with Derrick Henry. Take Derrick Henry as my running back, my number 1 pick.
Completely agree with that pick.
Yeah. After Derrick Henry, Hopkins, Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans all fall off the board.
Back to you.
Yeah, back to me again. I have a feeling here I'm probably just gonna go with another running back. And right now I'm trying to decide between Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, I understand that he had a great year for touchdowns last season, but is he going to be able to repeat that? Regression is most common when it comes to touchdowns, so it worries me a little bit. But I think I'm going to go with Aaron Jones as my second running back. Going Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones in a standard league. I'm pretty okay with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So now it's back to me. Kelsey's still on the board as a tight end. I'm not going to go tight end this early. Looking at the next set of people, I'm very happy going running back this year because of all the later wide receivers that I like.
Right. There are a ton of wide receivers in this draft.
Yeah.
So unless you're taking Michael Thomas, I would not recommend going wide receiver in the first 2 rounds, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not going wide receiver here. I got Austin Eckler, Joe Mixon, Fournette, Josh Jacobs. I'm going with Joe Mixon here.
Okay. I'm just so worried about Joe Mixon, on a bad team.
Yeah, I think they're going to be improved. They did do a little bit of work on their offensive line. I'm expecting them to in the draft. Like we talked about this before. After the draft, we'll do another one of these, and I'm sure it'll be much different than it is today. But I expect them to improve their offensive line.
Yeah. So after Joe Mixon goes off the board, Austin Eckler falls, Travis Kelce, Amari Cooper, Todd Gurley going off the board.
Ooh.
Before Leonard Fournette, before Josh Jacobs, before Kenyon Drake.
Was that a user pick?
Was it? Yes, it was. Yeah. So that was not an auto draft pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Surprising.
That is surprising. But he's still got name recognition, especially this early. A lot of people probably aren't totally aware of his situation and aren't very scared of it. But
yeah, his injury situation at least.
Oh, okay. So is that the first quarterback off the board, or did we lose? Yes,
yeah,
Patrick
that's
Mahomes.
The first, and we got the first. Was it the first tight end off the board, or no? Kelsey went already.
Yeah. So Mahomes going off the board before Lamar Jackson, which I think this might be the unpopular opinion. Yes, I think that's the right call. I won't be taking him that early.
Yeah, I won't be taking either of them.
Yeah. Well, it is your pick, bud.
Oh, shoot. Thank you. I wasn't paying attention.
After.
I know. I was looking at everyone who went off. So I'm actually going to go and look at wide receivers here now in this area. I'm huge on this guy, and it probably won't make it back to me. So I'm taking Cortland Sutton.
Oh, really? Wow. Early.
Yeah. I could have taken someone else, but Cortland Sutton wouldn't have made it back with the auto draft. So I had to pull the trigger.
It is back to me now. After Sutton, Kenny Golladay goes off the board. I'm pretty disappointed in that. I was going to grab Golladay there. And then Fournette goes off the board. I would have grabbed either one of those had they remained. Looking here, top wide receivers available are DJ Moore, Adam Thielen. I'm probably going to have to go with one of them, to be completely honest. I think I'm going to go with Adam Thielen over DJ Moore. Mainly just because I think Thielen's ceiling's higher. Swings back to me. I was hoping DJ Moore would make it back to me. He did not. He was actually the last pick before me.
Of course.
Of course. That's how it always works out. Allen Robinson is available. Miles Sanders. I like Miles Sanders. T.Y. Hilton is available. T.Y. Hilton with Phillip Rivers, it does sound appealing. I really do want to buy into that. I'm so worried about T.Y. Hilton's health. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about T.Y. Hilton's ability. His health is so scary.
I know. I love that situation and the just the possibilities, but yeah, his
So
health.
I'm actually gonna reach here just a little bit down the draft, and I'm gonna grab Juju Smith-Schuster as my number 2 wide receiver. With Big Ben back in Pittsburgh, I'm a lot more comfortable with the Juju pick. I understand that his numbers weren't great even when he was healthy, right? They weren't where he was being drafted, I guess I should say, in 2019, but they were okay with bad quarterback play. And Ben Roethlisberger is a good quarterback, so I'm actually thinking that Juju's going to make a big step forward again this year.
It swings back or comes back to me. I got Damian Williams as their highest ranked player on here. Ty's still on the board. Keenan Allen, Robert Woods, Terry McLaurin. Then we got some tight ends. I'm like, I completely agree with you on everything you said about Ty, but with these guys that I have available, I'm going to take a shot on him.
Yeah, I mean, Damian Williams, I'm not falling into that trap again. And I don't
No.
think you should either.
And there's some other players I want, but I'm thinking that maybe, a couple of those are going to make it back to me. So I'm okay with that.
Miles Sanders just before Ty went off to you. Damian Williams immediately after. Keenan Allen, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell making it all the way to the 4th round. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Justin.
Yeah, I think that's good value for him, though, honestly.
I actually do, too. I don't expect he's going to have a much better season than he did last
No,
season.
I think a similar one.
But he's going to get a ton of work, so.
Yep, they're going to try and break him.
Yeah.
Robert Woods and David Johnson go off the board next. Odell Beckham. Man, this list of names was amazing a few years ago. Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, Odell Beckham.
I mean, just looking at this, T.Y. Hilton, Keenan Allen, Le'Veon Bell, Robert Woods, David Johnson, Odell Beckham all go off the board in the 4th round. Actually 5th round for a lot of them.
Okay, it comes back to me. So we got some tight ends up here, or we got Darren Waller, Deebo Samuel, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp, Chris Carson. I'm going with this next guy though, Devin Singletary, because right now he's their only back there, and he's going to get a ton of work as it stands right now.
It's true. It's totally true. Okay, here we are in the towards the end of the 5th round. I'm looking for a flex, a tight end, and a quarterback currently. I'm not going to take a quarterback at this point. There's just no reason to do that. Top wide receiver available is AJ Brown. Top running back available is Chris Carson. Who knows what's happening in Seattle? I mean, Chris Carson, of course, has been solid for the last number of years, but I'm not expecting him to continue to be super solid. Mark Ingram right below him. I'd actually probably like Mark Ingram more.
Yeah.
But I don't have to flex a running back. I might flex a wide receiver here, and it's between AJ Brown and Cooper Kupp. Oof. I think I'm going to go with AJ Brown. I'm going to take AJ Brown as my 3rd wide receiver and as my flex.
I love AJ Brown.
Yeah, I like that pick. That
think
makes me really excited about my team.
Most people I think most people nowadays love AJ Brown.
So
and you don't have to make that choice, Barry.
I don't have to make that choice. Immediately after AJ Brown, Chris Carson, Deshaun Watson, Marlon Mack, Mark Ingram all go off the board. I could take my 4th wide receiver here. I could get Cooper Kupp. I was trying to decide between the two. Top running back available on the board. I got to go way down here to Raheem Mostert. I am not going down that road. There is absolutely no chance. There's a guy pretty far down there that I'd be okay with. So, I may take Cooper Kupp, and then I just don't have to decide. Or, I mean, I could go with Calvin Ridley, too. Calvin Ridley is available.
Yeah.
I like Ridley a lot.
I love Calvin Ridley. If I were making this choice right now, I would take Calvin Ridley. But
I went with Cooper Kupp.
They're both great choices. So
yeah.
it comes back to me. For some reason Tyler Higbee was he drafted? Why has it got him highlighted at the top of mine? Oh, that's who my auto pick would be. Oh.
Yeah.
And he's got that crappy Rams logo behind him. Like lambs.
The
Los Angeles Lambs.
That's actually really funny.
That's what they should be.
That's what I'm calling them for now.
There's a bunch of quarterbacks that are projected to go here soon. I'm looking down this list further. There's a lot of guys I do not want coming up on here. Yeah, I think one of them's going to make it back to me, so I'm going to go with Jarvis Landry here.
Nice. Solid pick, Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
He's never been bad.
If it's a PPR league, that would have been a lot easier of a choice for Landry.
Yeah. But, I mean, you're not having to start him, right?
No.
No, right. So there's no worry there.
And we got one of these other guys on the clock. Borges?
That's his team name. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Alexander, I can say that one. I'll be saying it here in a little bit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so AJ Green went off the board since I picked. You got Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray went back to back. I think that's interesting. There's a lot of debate between them right now, I've seen.
And the guy that I was
James
hoping
Conner
would fall to me was actually taken. That was James Conner.
DJ Chark, AJ Green. One of the guys I was hoping to get when it came back to me just went, which was DK Metcalf. Mostert just went. Stephon Diggs. Looking through here. And I'm going to go with what... shoot. Ba-doop, ba-doop. All right, I'm going with my gut here. I've been telling people that, any team that Amari Cooper is on, you want to make sure you get the number 2 wide receiver there. And I'm going to go with that advice and go ahead and grab Michael Gallup.
Okay, back to me now. Okay, probably starting to look here at tight ends and quarterbacks. I'm just going to take a look at what quarterbacks are available. Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, still a ton to pick from. So I'm just going to pass on a quarterback for the time being, probably another few rounds. Tight ends, round 7 is totally an appropriate time to start looking at tight end. We've got Evan Ingram available. Health issues come into play with Evan Ingram. He's incredible when he is healthy. Jared Cook, Austin Hooper, TJ Hawkinson, Jack Doyle. I think I'm going to go with Jared Cook, though, down there in New Orleans. Just hope that Jared Cook is the Jared Cook we all know he will be. And I'm back on the clock. It's telling me I should take Tom Brady. Justin, what do you think about that?
It's not a bad choice. I mean, Tom Brady, in what round is this? The
8th.
It's still a little early for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I am not taking Tom Brady this early. I've got Kerryon Johnson available. Obviously, with the big injury last season, a lot of people are pretty down on Kerryon Johnson. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm so far down on him, but
during your last pick, I saw Melvin Gordon was still on the board. I was hoping he'd make it all the way back to me.
David Montgomery is still available. I really like David Montgomery. I actually think I'm going to take David Montgomery over Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, I would have. That would have been my choice.
Just younger. There's more potential there. There isn't bad history with injury and that sort of thing with him. So.
And I do have an option of taking the number 1 receiver for the Texans here. Will Fuller.
Okay, which 3 games is he going to play in 2020?
Yeah, that's all 3 of their wide receivers question, though.
Right.
Yeah, but we got Devontae Parker. We got Hollywood Brown still here, another boomer bust player. But I'm Kerryon Johnson here and Darrell Henderson. I like both of those guys this year. I'm going with Kerryon just because currently they don't have another running back there. So carry on's the choice for me. I expect them to bring in a running back. In that situation, I would have went with Darrell Henderson there.
Okay. And it's going to come back to you, Justin, before it hits me again.
Yep. And now I can actually take Darrell Henderson here.
Yeah, made it all the way back to you. That's nice.
Yeah, made that choice easy.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, now it's back to me here. I've got Ronald Jones available, Sony Michel, Jordan Howard, Darius Geis, Philip Lindsay, Kareem Hunt at running back. I kind of like that pick a lot, actually, Kareem Hunt. And then for wide receivers, Deontay Johnson, John Brown, Brandon Cooks, Darius Slayton, Golden Tate. I feel very strong about my wide receivers at the moment, having 4 on my team. So I'm probably going to stick with the running back picks here. I'm looking at Jordan Howard or Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
Jordan Howard, yeah. Difference between the two is Jordan Howard is the starting running back in Miami, whereas Kareem Hunt, while is going to be taking a lot of work, is also going to be giving up a lot of work.
You do have 2 picks before,
yeah,
and
I'm gonna take.
They might both make it back.
They probably will, to be honest with you. Yeah. So it is back to me. Kareem Hunt is still available. I think that I may just go ahead and do that. I'll take Kareem Hunt as well. Got my running back stable is really nice right now.
It is. I would have loved to have either one of those guys.
Yeah.
Man, this isn't a PPR, my choice here is a little bit more difficult than normal. So we have Ronald Jones up here still. That should be an improved offense, so that could be beneficial for him. We got Boston Scott. He's going to be more of a pass catcher, though. A lot of these backs are. Justin Jackson, I like them both in PPR. We have Latavius Murray still down there in New Orleans. That's not bad. But I think I'm going to go with Ronald Jones because that offense should be improved. He should get a few more scores this year, and that's just he's going to be the benefit of an improved offense.
Yeah, the thing I worry about with Ronald Jones is that inability to pass protect.
Yeah.
And with Tom Brady there, you know that he's going to hold a lot of control.
Yeah, he may bench him.
Yeah. I mean, that's not even a joke.
No, yeah. I mean, it kind of is, but also true.
It's true. It's totally true.
Yeah. So I still need a tight end. I think I'm going to check those out.
Okay.
I'm looking who we got here. Man, there's quite a few tight ends have come off the board. Got Mike Gesicki, Chris Herndon as the top ones, Dallas Goedert. And then I'm going to go with this dude who just came in and replaced Hooper in Atlanta, Hayden Hurst.
Nice.
I think he should. I mean, Hooper had a great run there last year, so Hayden Hurst, he's completely capable tight end that should fall right in line with that.
Okay, so now when I get to like these double-digit rounds in the draft, what I like to do is I like to see who is like the top wide receiver and who is the top running back available, or top 3-ish, right? And then that's where I try to decide, am I now going to grab my quarterback? So top wide receivers, we've got Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Gesicki, Chris Herndon, those are tight ends. I'm looking at all positions. Emmanuel Sanders, James Washington, N'Keal Harry, Mecole Hartman. Nobody there I need on my team. Running backs, Philip Lindsay, Boston Scott, James White, Justin Jackson. I don't need any of them on my team. Quarterbacks that are available, I could have the guy I want. And I think the guy I want is Kirk Cousins stacked with Adam Thielen. A lot of people don't like the stack. I don't know how you feel about it, Justin, but...
Oh, no, I love it.
Yeah, I love the stack as well. I think it's really fun, and when it works, it's really exciting. So, okay, and it comes back to me here. All those running backs I brought up are still available, except Philip Lindsay. He did go off the board. I could grab Rashad Penny. I don't know if I want Rashad Penny. Wide receivers that are available here. I do like James Washington. I do like Mecole Hartman. I think this is probably the season maybe that he really steps up here. I know that they just re-signed Sammy Watkins, but I think I'm going to go with Mecole Hardman, and I'm comfortable with that because I know I don't need him to do well. But if he does, he's got the best quarterback in the league throwing him the ball, which is something to be pretty excited about.
Yeah, it's. I mean, good pick. I like it. I wouldn't mind having him right now.
Sorry, pal.
And now I'm looking here. We got. I'm looking at running backs again. Get a little. I like a lot of depth at my running back position.
Yeah.
We got Boston Scott, James White, Justin Jackson, Rashad Penny all here, which I believe are the same ones from when you had mentioned that.
Yep. Yep.
And man, I did this in the last one as well. I'm gonna double down on this, and I am going to grab Malcolm Brown here, the backup to Henderson. I don't do this often, but I figure I'll drop one of them before the season starts. Whichever one does end up with that starting role.
Sure. All right, back to you. And I think I know who you're taking.
Is it another running back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That
right.
likes to wear purple.
Yeah. So it's basically my last bench spot. So I'm going with my handcuff with, as I said, Dalvin Cook. I'm injured, or he's injury prone. So to secure that spot, I'm gonna get probably the second best handcuff in the NFL with Alexander Madison.
Mm-hmm.
And it says I can't get any more running backs.
All right, so it comes back to me. I'm looking here at wide receivers. Christian Kirk is available. Curtis Samuel's available. D.D. Westbrook's available. I want to confirm that I get my handcuff as well. So I'm going to take Jamal Williams to handcuff to Aaron Jones. It should swing right back to me though. And at this point, I can kind of do whatever I'd like. I have great wide receiver depth. I have great running back depth. I'm just going to take the best guy available between wide receiver and running back. I think that's easily the best choice. And in my eyes, I think the best available wide receiver is probably Curtis Samuel. What do you think? Curtis Samuel?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that.
I don't really want Tariq Cohen in a standard league. Yeah, I'm going to take Curtis Samuel here.
I was looking through some of these teams because I just saw another quarterback go off the board. And I was like, man, quarterback's pretty scarce. I just went and looked. I'm like, this is kind of weird. And multiple of these teams have 3 quarterbacks. So that's interesting.
Bold. And I will not be having more than 1 quarterback on my roster unless it is a 2 quarterback or super flex.
Oh, man. We got Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky both on the board here, battling for that job. No, but we got Jimmy G, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Gardner Minshew. This is actually a little bit tough. And then we got Jason Stidham. Did I pass? Oh, yeah, and Drew Lock. I passed Drew Lock. I'm actually going to go with Drew Lock here.
All right. Nice. Drew Lock.
Yeah, I got that Drew Lock Sutton.
That could work out. I hope that works out as a Denver fan. All right. And Justin and I normally will not draft a kicker. Sometimes I won't draft a defense. It just depends
I generally
on what defense
don't.
are. But I generally won't draft a kicker. Unfortunately, with a lot of the programs that use to mock draft, they will force you to draft a kicker or a defense. So
so that's what we're about to do here. I'm taking Justin Tucker because he's awesome and just a cool individual.
All right, here I'm looking. Defenses are available. Surprisingly, the Vikings defense is available. So I think I'll take the Vikings defense. Sure. That sounds good. I would figure that they would have gone off the board sooner.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the same defense that I did.
Oh, it's my pick.
It's still your pick. Yeah, you got your kicker and then me.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take Matt Gay from Tampa Bay. Really good kicker and on a really good offense.
You put a lot more thought into your kicker than I did. I went with him because he sings opera.
Well, Justin Tucker's also probably like the most accurate kicker in the
Oh,
NFL. So
but that did not come into consideration for me. It was purely the opera thing.
okay, okay.
Uh, for my defense, I'm going with the Buccaneers defense. It's the same defense I went with last time we attempted this, and they got they had the sack leader there last year. They've added some more parts to their defense. So I think they're going to actually do very well, especially with Brady there to can help with that management of the clock.
Wow, well said. For a guy that runs a podcast called Clock Management, that was really difficult to get out.
Yeah, sometimes I beat around the bush for dramatic effect.
Is that what that was?
And we finished. Perry, don't close out of that.
I won't, my friend. That way we can share it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So my team, I'll start at the top here. Quarterback is Kirk Cousins. My starting running backs are Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones. My wide receivers are Adam Thielen, Juju Smith-Schuster, and then I'm flexing. I am flexing AJ Brown.
You are flexing on us, aren't you?
My tight end is Jared Cook. I've got the Vikings defense. And then for my bench, I'm sitting on Cooper Kupp, David Montgomery, Jordan Howard, Kareem Hunt, Mecole Hartman, Jamal Williams, and Curtis Samuel. I'm pretty pleased about my team, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I'll go through mine real quick. I got Drew Lock as my quarterback. Then I got Dalvin Cook and Joe Mixon as my running backs. Cortland Sutton, T.Y. Hilton as my two wide receivers. Hayden Hurst as my tight end. Singletary as my flex. Buccaneers defense. Tucker as my kicker. Then on my bench, I got Jarvis Landry, Michael Gallup, Kerryon Johnson, Darrell Henderson, Ronald Jones. I believe it's Michael Brown, and Alexander Madison to be my handcuff with Dalvin Cook. I'm super happy with this squad. The one position I would have liked to have a little bit better is probably my quarterback looking back, but I mean, I don't expect that many quarterbacks to go in most drafts.
Yeah, no kidding. That's crazy.
I was like, I could at least get Baker, and then I saw Baker go off the board. I'm like, that team already has two quarterbacks.
Tough, man.
But I'm okay with this, like especially because I got Sutton, you know.
Right on. Okay, guys. Well, that's our first mock draft of the season. We'll definitely be doing another one post NFL draft. We'll be doing plenty of them during the summer and getting ready for the actual NFL season, the actual fantasy draft. Please leave a comment on this video. Please leave a like on this video, and please help support the show by checking out our merch by clicking the link below. It helps us out a lot. Thank you.
And let us know whose team you like better down in the comments.
Yeah, let everybody know why you like my team more. It would be really helpful.
I mean, but don't lie to them. So
yeah, like give me the truth on why you like my team more.
Yeah, that's okay. You're putting them in an odd predicament.
Why? Because they don't want to like make me blush or something?
I mean, I don't know. Can you blush under your beard?
No.
All right.
And that's the end.